What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Finally got a couple of days of nice weather, so I'm out here on the boat today just covering some water, trying to find some biting bass. I'm going to start with the crankbait, but back behind the camera I got just about everything in my tackle box tied on, so we're going to shoot around the lake, try to find some biting bass. All right, well, that's a good sign. First bite. I've only been fishing for like 10 minutes. That Senko just started swimming out away from the tree. I don't know how I missed him. Must have been a little one. But I think I'm going to start out by just flipping the Senko around. Obviously, we have some pretty calm conditions. The wind's supposed to pick up this afternoon. Once I get a little more wind, I think then I'll switch to a reaction bait or maybe even some early season topwater. Not quite sure yet. We'll see how this pans out. But yeah, just flipping that wacky rig Senko right on all these little tree shade lines. See if we can pick a few off real quick. Get the skunk off the boat. I didn't really set the hook because I thought it was just like a tiny little baby bass. I don't think I've ever seen that small of a crappie. Kind of looked like a little bluegill. It was like that big, but yeah, I was flipping that Senko around back here, and I could see that there were some bass swimming around, but they weren't keying in on the Senko, surprisingly. I just threw out this little bass just came out and nipped at it. So I threw out this little underspin, got it stuck in a tree. Come on. And then immediately just got that little crappie bite, and then I just saw a little, probably 1 pound bass come up and grab it right here. So maybe I need to throw something a little flashier, a little more movement. There's a bass. Okay. Little tiny guy. This one also has a little cormorant scar. So many of them this size get picked off by those cormorants. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, I was gonna say there's no way I'm not gonna get a Senko bite back here with all these little bass swimming around. But what I was hoping to find was the males kind of up on the beds. Didn't look like they were on beds. They're still kind of looking around. We did have, this is the second day in a row where we had some warmer weather, but I was hoping to find some females, some of the bigger fish, staging out on these like outside edges of trees, waiting to move up and spawn. But that might not be the case just yet, so I might have to back up a little bit, go out to some of these secondary points or rock piles, or even just trees that are kind of on the main part of the lake. But we'll find them. Oh, there we go. That's a little bit better one. Got it. Also found a tree. Alright, had to get us out of that out of that tree there. The wind's like swirling around, so if you're not on the spot with the trolling motor, you end up hitting a tree pretty quick. But nice fish. All right, thanks, buddy. See ya. So that fish was actually kind of right on cue, right when I decided to move back out of that cove and just hit one of these little further out trees that's kind of on a secondary point back here. Got picked up right away, so that checks out. So hopefully we can turn that into some sort of pattern, get a few more decent fish. I don't know if you guys can tell how I'm fishing this. I'm actually moving, covering a decent amount of water. I'm just flipping it, letting it sink down, flutter down, hit bottom. And I like that wacky rig for this type of fishing, because you can do that subtle little twitch, twitch, twitch. So if a fish does watch it go down, you can try to keep it as close to that tree or brush pile, whatever, and just shake it in place. Feisty little guy. That was pretty cool. I was throwing the deep crank. So okay. Thanks, buddy. I was throwing the deep crank and then I switched to the chatterbait and didn't get a bump or anything on those, and then I heard a couple of splashes in between that boat trying to get his wakeboarder up like 6 times right here. I heard like small splashes. I look and it looked like there was either tiny bluegill or a school of little shad just kind of popping going through. So I threw that underspin out just between those trees right there and got bit. Below the boat. Nice. There we go. I don't know if you guys could hear it on the GoPro, but there's something like scurrying around up there in the leaves, and I was trying to figure out if it was like just a raccoon or maybe a squirrel or chupacabra or something. I don't know, but it's a decent one. Chunky. I was gonna burn this bank with a chatterbait, but the wind switched, so I just spot locked, and I was having these wakeboard boats going by, so I just spot locked and crawled this little finesse jig. Well, the chittering definitely wasn't chupacabra, but it was 2 rattlesnakes. I don't know if you guys can see them on the GoPro. 2 of them right there, probably like mating or something. That's pretty cool. They're like Bright orange one. One's crawling up the hill over there. Ooh, getting a little close here. That one gave me a little rattle. This other guy's just crawling around. It's got to be males trying to mate with a female, right? Because there was two of them. They were flopping around, and she, what I'm assuming is a she, is just coiled up right there. And now this guy's just like getting all up on her business. I will say, they are freaking beautiful snakes. GoPro's probably not doing a very good job of picking them up, but they're like kind of orange. But I don't want to get too close and bug them too much. Probably are doing their thing. That's cool. That time of year. All right, I'll let you guys do your thing. Okay, that feels better. Where are you guys looking? There we go. Stay pinned, baby. That's what we came for. Slide you over here. Got rattlesnakes doing their thing over here. Getting bit on the finesse jig. Come on. Stay pinned. All right. I knew we'd find a better one eventually. So cool. We got, like I was saying, we got the rattlesnakes doing their thing right behind me. Turned around, made a cast out, got a nice fish on that finesse jig. Gosh, it's such a fun bait to throw. Gets a lot of bites, but also can fool some decent ones. All right. See you later. Caught me with my pants down. I wasn't expecting to get a topwater blow up. Oh, I came back with. Oh no, probably not the same one. Probably not the same fish. The first one that swirled on it looked bigger, but it's so crazy. I just worked my way down this whole bank without a single bite, and then there's one little bush sticking out right there and got two bites, and one of them I casted past it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I was twitching it over it so I didn't get snagged on the other side, and one swirled on it. So weird. I'm about to get strafed. guy was coming in hot.
All right, I fall.
All right, bye. Oh, it is a fish, maybe. That is. Oh man. Oh god. Sorry, dude. Oh, that was totally my bad, buddy. He didn't fight at all, so I thought it was a stick. Hey, look, I got one on the crankbait. Sorry there, little buddy. Thanks for that, though. See ya. That's why I always say, treat it like a fish until you're positive it's not, because if I had just stopped reeling, that fish could have, that one was actually hooked pretty well, but if he wasn't hooked super well, he could have easily shook that hook. So treat it like a fish until it's not. I mean,
I feel like there's a link to them on Amazon.
Yeah.
They're probably good. That one's so old. It takes so long to fill up Mel's tire. Like last time it was like flat.
oh, that's a bite. Look how fast it's swimming off. Gotcha.
Good old Sanko.
Yeah.
So I was like, did it break?
He's break dancing.
This is a dark color.
There you go. Nice little guy. School of 3, like 4+ pounders that swam by, flipped the Senko out, and I just watched the line and it jumped and started swimming off, so I thought I hooked him, but sometimes it'll land on top of a branch and then slide off and sink fast because it's like pointing straight down. Because when I set the hook, it was a branch, not a fish, but we'll take that one. Is that a fish? Yeah. Oh, you got him.
On the dangly thing.
Was it?
Yeah.
Nice, dude. That's a good fish. The dangly thing.
What dangly thing?
I put a little spinner, this little blade.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's a chunky one. What was that right here? Oh. Take a look at that one, Ben.
Nice.
That's a really healthy one. So Ben's got a new take on the Ica. Put a little flashy, little underspin blade on there.
I like that.
Nice fish, dude.
Right off the tree.
Right where you should have been. Feel something down there?
Yay.
Whoa. A little feisty.
Oh, so that's why it's a good one.
Move that out.
Yeah, if you don't mind. Not great.
We're gonna pull up the.
This is not ideal. Oh, look, there's another one right next to him.
Do you want to pull up the phone?
Get third hand.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
What are you throwing?
Little tank? Yeah. I don't know how I landed that fish because he wrapped twice around the freaking trolling motor.
Wow. She's like, I'm looking for a man.
That little hook.
Wow. Nicely done.
It's a good one.
Can we weigh it?
Yeah.
Let's take that.
Yeah, you gotta. Rachel's the guessing queen. There we go.
I think that's like a 6.
Probably pretty close to that.
6.3.
That little wacky rig drop shot.
See, they don't have the red lips. Oh, it was off.
Not by much though.
Yeah. Almost 6.
5.8, almost 6.
Big hammer. I wish you had caught that 10-pounder like after I really knew what I like. I'm not saying I know what I'm doing, but
When you
had
could
more
when you could appreciate
yeah.
it.
Holy moly! Do you want me to take a picture of you with that?
Yeah. All right, let's let this pretty girl go.
No.
See you, girl. Oh. Oh man, gotcha.
Do you have like a?
That fish was definitely a little local knowledge. I know there's a tree there. I seen it.